Alright, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. We've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes Multi-Sport Solo Edition to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmt.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and we go live. Also, to mention no printed as safe, link down in the description. Box number one, or pack number one, I guess I should say. Hines Ward, 404. Cheryl Miller, 22 of 25. Dominique, 5 of 8. Dale Murphy, 4-4. Philip Walter Foden, 15 of 15. Rode Hullett, 1 of 5. Denny McLean, 21 of 35. Archie Griffin, 1 of 3. Dylan Gabriel, 16 of 30. Raleigh Fingers, 14 of 15. Emmett Smith, 2 of 2. Goldberg, 3 of 7. Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Gem Cat, 5 of 5, triple auto. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have any of those three guys. Penny Hardaway, 6 of 6. Tony Perez, on card inscribed, 62 of 100. Lenny Wilkins, 4 of 15. Brock Purdy, 8 of 12. On card inscribed for Gary Payton, 15 of 100. Archie Manning, 31 of 35. Gem Cat, 1 of 3. Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, and Dwight Howard, 6 of 8, triple auto. Boom. That's cool. That'll also be headed to random.org here at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have any of those three guys. On card inscribed, Mike Vick, 72 of 100. Dual threat go. card inscribed for Floyd Mayweather Jr. Boom. 6 of 100. Barry Sanders, 5 of 7. And final pack to break, pack 25. Luka Modric, 8 of 15. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break. As always, we'll go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then take care of our 2 randoms. For the hits, Hines Ward, Cheryl Miller, Dominique Wilkins, Dale Murphy, Denny McClain, Archie Griffin, Dylan Gabriel, Emmitt Smith, Goldberg, Penny Hardaway, Barack Purdy, Gary Payton, Archie Manning, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Barry Sanders. That was easily one of the better cases we've had. Phil Foden, Lenny Wilkins, Jem Cat, Mike Vick, Luka Modric, Rode Hullett, Raleigh Fingers, and Tony Perez. And headed to random.org. Triple autos for Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Jem Cat. And Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, and Dwight Howard. All right, that is it for Multisport. We are on to 2025 Leaf Metal Women of Sport here in a few minutes. We'll get that started shortly. First, we're going to head over to random.org and knock these 2 out. Back with that in just a second. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice, get a theory high to be valid for us. We're going to go 9 times on each random, starting off with Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Jem Cat. That is 8 times. Final roll. Ferguson Jenkins with the win. Congratulations. And Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, and Dwight Howard. Eight times, final roll. Dwight Howard with the win. Congratulations. All right, that is it for Multisport. We'll be back in just a few minutes with 2025 Leaf Metal Women of Sport. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Elite Metal Women of Sport to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That will make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know if we go live and be live. Also mention no purchase necessary. Link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Dominique Malaga, 1 of 1. Chloe Kitts, 5 of 10. Reagan Smith, 3 of 8. Katie Ledecky, 1 of 1. Olivia Olsen, 1 of 1. Isabella Garaci, 1 of 1. Erin Blanchfield, 1 of 1. And Isabella Garaci and Ashley Clam, 3 of 5 dual auto. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have either of those two ladies. We've got a big one on the back here. Box number 2. Anna Hidalgo, 2 of 8. Haley Van Lith, 1 of 1. Cheryl Miller, 1 of 1. Diana Taurasi, 1 of 1. Tahina Pow Pow, 7 of 8. Kate Martin, 7 of 7. Michelle Watterson Gomez, 2 of 7. And Haxad, Cameron Brink, Camila Cardosa, Alyssa Peely, Nika Moole, Esme Martinez, and Kate Martin, 3 of 4. Boom. That will also be headed to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have any of those 6 ladies. Box number 3. Hannah Cavender, 5 of 5. 12 gauge Paige Van Zandt, 2 of 10. Arina Trushenko, 1 of 1. Alexi Hull, 1 of 1. Lily Jones, 2 of 3. Joe Braverman, 7 of 7. Blanca Thomas, 4 of 7. And LFG Daika, Diana Taurasi, 2 of 2. Box 4. Monet Davis, 1 of 1. Cassidy Cook, 7 of 7. Hillary Knight, 1 of 4. Kiki Iriafen, 1 of 1. Kiki Iriafen, 1 of 1. JC Sheldon, 3 of 4. Aaliyah Crump, 1 of 1. And Cameron Brink, 4 of 4. Halfway point, box number 5. Georgia Moore, 1 of 1. Kai Trump, 1 of 2. Madison Booker, 4 of 6. Misha Tate, 1 of 1. Sophia Shapenik, 3 of 4. Montana De La Rosa, 3 of 8. Asia Sivka, 1 of 1. And LFG, Toby Fournier, 2 of 2. Box 6. On card for Toby Fournier, 2 of 3. Mia Paldo, 6 of 10. Morgan Stickney, 1 of 1. Cheryl Swoops, 1 of 1. Cheryl Swoops, 1 of 1. Monet Davis, 3 of 5. Haley Van Lith, 2 of 2. And 12 gauge Paige Van Zandt, 10 of 10. Box 7. Sophie Cunningham, 8 of 8. Maddie Hayes, 1 of 3. Olivia Miles, 2 of 2. Cameron Brink, 10 of 10. Maya Brady, 8 of 10. Miara O'Neal, 1 of 8. Melissa Stark, 1 of 1. And Nika Moole, LFG, 3 of 3. Box 8. On card for Kaylin Chen, 32 of 200. Jeanette Lee, 1 of 1. Isabella Garachi, 1 of 1. Katie Dennebeer, 1 of 1. Madison Connor, 6 of 8. Haley Cavender, 1 of 1. Dominique Malaga, 1 of 2. And Kaylin Chen, 3 of 7. Box 9. On card inscribed, Malaysia Full Wiley. 15 of 100. Kayla Harrison, 1 of 2. Kaylin Chen, 1 of 1. Vashti Cunningham, 3 of 7. Naomi Osaka, 1 of 1. Harmony Turner, 2 of 8. Brandy Chastain, 3 of 10. And Cheryl Miller, 2 of 2. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Lisa Leslie, 1 of 6. Cynthia Cooper, 1 of 1. Erin Andrews, 1 of 1. Aaron Blanchfield, 1 of 6. Jenica Lewis, 1 of 6. Jada Ginla, 7 of 10. Amber Glenn, LFG, 2 of 4. And Gabby Douglas, 5 of 7. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break. As always, we'll go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second. And then we'll take care of our 2 randoms. Alright, for the hits, Dominique Malaga, Chloe Kentz, Aaron Blanchfield, Hannah Hidalgo, Haley Van Lith, Cheryl Miller, Diana Taurasi, Hannah Cavender. 12 gauge, Paige Van Zandt, Blanca Thomas, Hillary Knight, Aaliyah Crump, Cameron Brink, Georgia Moore, Asia Sivka, Haley Van Lith, 12 gauge, Paige Van Zandt, Cameron Brink, Haley Cavender, Dominique Malaga, Harmony Turner, Brandy Chastain, Cheryl Miller, Gabby Douglas, Amber Glenn, Aaron Blanchfield, Erin Andrews, and Cynthia Cooper. Katie Ledecky, Olivia Olson, Isabella Garachi, Michelle Watterson Gomez, Kate Martin, Arena Trushenko, Lexi Hull, Lily Jones, Jill Braverman, Monet Davis, Cassidy Cook, Kiki Iriafen, JC Sheldon, Kai Trump, Madison Booker, Misha Tate, Montana De La Rosa, Mia Paldo, Morgan Stickney, Monet Davis, Maddie Hayes, Olivia Miles, Maya Brady, Miara O'Neal, Melissa Stark, Nika Moole, Jeanette Lee, Isabella Garachi, Katie Dinnebeer, Madison Connor, Caitlin Chen, Kayla Harrison, Caitlin Chen, Naomi Osaka, Lisa Leslie, Jenica Lewis, and Jada Ginla. Reagan Smith, Tahina Powell, Sophia Shapenik, Toby Fournier, Cheryl Swoops, Sophie Cunningham, and Vashti Cunningham. On cards for Toby Fournier, Kaylin Chen, and Malaysia Fulwiley. And headed to random.org, dual auto for Isabella Garachi and Ashley Clam. And sextuple auto, Cameron Brink, Camila Cardoza, Alyssa Peely, Nika Moole, Esri Martinez, and Kate Martin. Alright, that is it for Women of Sport. We are on to 2025 Leaf Lumber Baseball. Here in a few minutes, we'll get that set up and good to go. But first, we're going to head to random.org and knock these two out. Back to that in just a second. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gonna roll some dice. Gonna be theory high valve for us. We're gonna go 7 times on the random, starting off with Isabella Garachi and Ashley Clam. Nice 6 times. Final roll. Ashley Clam with the win. Congratulations. And Cameron Brink, Camila Cardoza, Alyssa Peely, Nika Moole, Esri Martinez, and Kate Martin. That is 6 times. Final roll. Kate Martin with the win. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for Women of Sport. Thank y'all again. Look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. We are on to 2025 Leaf Lumber Baseball. We'll be back that in just a few seconds. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B, the dude. We've got one case of 2025 Elite Lumber Baseball to get into. When we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we can live, maybe live. Also, to mention no prints necessary. Link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Cookie Rojas, 7/7. Bobby Abreu, 6/20. Fall Classics, 3/25. Kirk Gibson, Mike Marshall, Steve Sachs, Jose Canseco, Dave Parker, and Carney Lansford. And Mike Piazza, 12/12. Box 2. Harmon Killebrew, 4/4. Felipe Alou, 28/45. 1/12. Frank Thomas, Robin Ventura, Harold Baines, Carlos Lee, Richie Zisk, Ron Kittle, Ozzie Guillen, and Nellie Fox. And 11/25. Dave Winfield. Box number 3. Devon White, 5/5. Joe Carter, 3/45. Johnny Bench, Joe Torre, Harmon Killebrew, Pete Rose, Reggie Jackson, and Steve Garvey. And Dale Murphy, 5/5. Miller Huggins, 19/35. Ryan Klesko, 7/45. 5/15. Mickey Mantle, Brooks Robinson, Roberto Clemente, Orlando Cepeda, Carl Yastrzemski, and Willie McCovey. And Wade Boggs, 13/30. Box number 5. Dan Drayson, 22/45. Warren Cromartie, 18/45. Tony Armas, 4/30. And triple patch auto, 4/8. Dusty Baker, Steve Yeager, and Steve Garvey. Box 6. Don Baylor, 13/20. Keith Hernandez, 20/20. Cookie Rojas, 1/5. Bat Barrel Patch. And dual auto, Edgar Martinez and Big Papi Ortiz, 10/12. Jay Bell, 45/45. Ken Oberkfell, 3/45. 26/35. Darrell Evans, Dave Parker, Gary Carter, and Eddie Murray. And Carl Yastrzemski, 1/2. Box 8. Eddie Collins, 1/4. Cleve Boyer, 27/45. Jack Clark, 34/35. And today's lineup, 5/20. Wade Boggs, Bobby Dorr, Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, Carlton Fisk, Fred Lynn, and Nomar Garcia-Parra. Boom. Box 9. Johnny Bench, 3/25. Steve Carlton, 1/6. Tony Gwynn, Mark McGuire, and Ken Griffey Jr., 12/35. And Don Mattingly, 4/8. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Bobby Bonilla, 32 of 45. Carlos Beltran, 9 of 20. Ty Cobb, 4 of 7. And Eddie Murray, 5 of 7. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break. As always, really do appreciate having you in here on a Wednesday morning. Spending just a little bit of your time with us. We'll go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then we'll take care of our randoms. For the hits, Cookie Roll Haas, Bobby Abreu, Dave Winfield, Harmon Killebrew, Felipe Alou, Devon White, Dale Murphy, Dan Dreisen, Cookie Roll Haas, Don Baylor, Carl Yastrzemski, Eddie Collins, Cleve Boyer, Don Mattingly, Bobby Bonilla, Carlos Beltran, and Eddie Murray. Mike Piazza, Joe Carter, Miller Huggins, Keith Hernandez, Ken Oberkfell, Jay Bell, Jack Clark, Johnny Bench, Ryan Klesko, Wade Boggs, Tony Armas, Warren Cromartie, Steve Carlton, and Ty Cobb. And headed to random.org. Edgar Martinez and Big Papi Ortiz. Dusty Baker, Steve Yeager, and Steve Garvey. Tony Gwynn, Mark McGuire, Ken Griffey Jr. Darrell Evans, Dave Parker, Gary Carter, Eddie Murray. Mickey Mantle, Brooks Robinson, Roberto Clemente, Orlando Cepeda, Carl Yastrzemski, and Willie McCovey. Johnny Bench, Joe Torre, Harmon Killebrew, Pete Rose, Reggie Jackson, Steve Garvey. Kirk Gibson, Mike Marshall, Steve Sachs, Jose Canseco, Dave Parker, and Carney Lansford. Frank Thomas, Robin Ventura, Harold Baines, Carlos Lee, Richie Zisk, Ron Kittle, Ozzie Guillen, and Nellie Fox. And Wade Boggs, Bobby Dort, Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, Carlton Fisk, Fred Lynn, and Nomar Garcia Parra. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank y'all again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Look forward to having y'all back here sometime soon. And we're going to head over to random.org real quick and knock all of these out. We'll be back at that in just a second. All right, we've got random order pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Gonna be 3 high result for us. We're gonna go 7 times on these randoms, starting off with Edgar Martinez and David Ortiz. Bottom roll. Edgar Martinez with the win. Congratulations. Dusty Baker, Steve Yeager, and Steve Garvey up next. Bottom roll. Steve Yeager with the win. Congratulations. Tony Gwynn, Mark McGuire, and Ken Griffey Jr. Bottom roll. Ken Griffey Jr. taking it home. Congratulations. Daryl Evans, Dave Parker, Gary Carter, and Eddie Murray. Bottom roll. Daryl Evans taking it home. Mickey Mantle, Brooks Robinson, Roberto Clemente, Orlando Cepeda, Carl Yastrzemski, and William McCovey. Bottom roll. Carl Yastrzemski with the win. Congratulations. Johnny Bench, Joe Torre, Harmon Killebrew, Pete Rose, Reggie Jackson, and Steve Garvey. Bottom roll. Johnny Bench with the win. Congratulations. Kirk Gibson, Mike Marshall, Steve Sachs, Jose Canseco, Dave Parker, and Carney Lansford. Bottom row. Dave Parker taking it home. Congratulations. Frank Thomas, Richie Zisk, Robin Mature, Ron Kittle, Harold Baines, Ozzie Guillen, Carlos Lee, and Nellie Fox. Bottom row. Carlos Lee with the win. Congratulations. And Wade Boggs, Bobby Dorr, Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, Carlton Fisk, Fred Lynn, and Nomar Garcia Parra. Oh, that is 7 times. That is Carl Yastrzemski with the win. Congratulations. All right, that is it for us for today. Thank you all again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. We look forward to having you all back in here sometime soon. And until next, everybody, have a great rest of your Wednesday.